Hey there, welcome back. My name's Fleury, and in this video, you are gonna learn how to play the switch blast beat. So if you wanna see what that looks and sounds like, check it out. By learning the switch blast beat, you're gonna be able to play a lot faster passages with your band, or if you're trying to play along to music, and you can't quite nail the parts with a traditional blast beat, this will definitely help you get there a lot faster. Okay, so what you just seen there was a variation of alternating 16th note switch blasting. And it's a little bit of a better technique than straight blasting if you don't quite have the endurance yet to play at those speeds for a longer period of time. Okay, so maybe you're just getting into metal drumming and you want to learn some more patterns and fills, then I've got the perfect download for you. Just go to the description below and click the link so you get it sent right to your email. It's got a bunch of different lessons in it, 10 in total, and then there's a video that accompanies each lesson with notations. So if you want that, go ahead down in the description below and pick up your copy today. Let's get on with the lesson. So how we want to build this up is we want to start off with our feet. We're just going to simply play alternating 16th notes with our feet. So for this exercise, we're going to do groupings of 16th notes, but you can also do groupings of 16th note triplets or just 8th note triplets. So in this case with the 16th notes, we're just going to do 4 with one hand. So we can start off with playing 4 here on our right hand. And we're going to play our left hand on the hi-hats on a quarter note downbeat. Or if you want, you could just turn it into a hammer blast where both these play in unison. I find it a little easier to transition from left to right hand on the snare from the hi-hats if I'm only playing the quarter note pulse on the hi-hats at a time. So let's just play the alternating 16th notes with the feet and the 4 in each hand. That'll be a great spot to start off so we can develop the strength in our hands so we can get some more endurance and learn to be able to cross these over and then add some pretty cool accent symbols into these patterns as well. So here we go. Okay, obviously we want to work on our weak hand too. Now you can strengthen these individually over a longer period of time to get your dexterity and endurance up on your hands, or you can do like what the pattern calls for and play alternating 16th notes with your feet consistently. And then add in the hands over top, so just do 4 in each hand. If you want to make this easy and practice it as you were to play it, then you can do just the groupings of 16th notes with your hands that alternate from left to right. It's going to look and sound something like this. Okay, from there you want to build up and start adding your hi-hats in, and maybe eventually a ride or something, but first let's start with the hi-hat. So we're going to give the quarter note count on this hi-hat here while we play the feet and the hand on the snare drum. So we're going to start off with, and then our hands are going to switch. Again. Let's put those back to back. Okay, now that might be a little easier at a slower tempo, but switching back and forth can be a little frustrating because your sticks might click or you just might not be able to get to the hats fast enough. But that's okay, just practice this slow and make sure you can get it before you start to ramp things up. So the next thing we want to do is add our hands that we just played there with our alternating 16th notes on our feet. So let's go. Right? Easy enough. It's just internalizing it and trying to get the muscle memory to stick within our minds so that we can later on play it much faster on autopilot, basically. You want to build up that memory of positioning your hands, going back and forth from the hats to the snare. So take it slow. It might take you a little bit, but it's pretty cool once you get it going because you can add different cymbals and stuff like I said. All right, so let's speed that up a little bit and you'll get to see what it looks and sounds like. Okay, so one thing you want to keep in mind when you're going to practice this at slower tempos, you're going to find that it's a lot more of a wrist motion, okay? But when you transition to start to play faster, you're going to find it's going to be a combination stroke of your fingers and your wrists collectively, right? So if you don't know how to control your stick using the French grip or the German grip, then I suggest you go visit some other videos of mine that explain how you can transition from both grips. Okay, because once you get to faster tempos, you still want control via the German grip, but you also want a little bit more speed via the French grip. So try using a combination of the two. I'll show you one more quick way, just by taking away one of the notes, that we can play this as well. So we talked about alternating 16th notes, but why can't we do triplets? Well, we can. There's really no reason why we can't. So again, start with the fundamentals, our kick drum. So 8th note triplets. Right? Count it out loud. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 ta-ta, 3 ta-ta, 4 ta-ta. Okay? Practice this to a metronome. Next, we want to add in our hands. So this is going to give us our 3-note switch blast, right? It's still going to be alternating between hands, but we're just going to change the note value in the subdivision. So triplets on our feet. Let's put our hands with our feet. Okay, simple enough. This is not quite the Dirk Blast. The Dirk Blast is a flam tap. We're just playing straight 8th note triplets. Okay, just keep that in mind. But if you want to learn how to do the Dirk Blast, then don't watch my video because I explained it wrong. So watch 66 Samus's on that. He does a really good job at it. Let's add in the hi-hat. We're going to do the same thing on the hi-hats that we did with the 16th notes. Okay, we're just going to play the downbeat, the start of every triplet note grouping. All right, so something like that, okay? And then you want to add your feet with that. Right? You can get pretty creative with it too. So I want you to take the time to practice that properly. Try and get it down solid at a comfortable tempo, whether it's slow or mid-tempo, and then start to come up with your own patterns. You can play odd note groupings, you can play groups of 5, and if you want to accent on different parts of different numbers, you can think of it that way too. So if you want to challenge yourself to come up with some really cool patterns and stump your guitar player, then I suggest you add that into your practice routine. And if that's not enough for you and you want to add more metal drumming patterns and fills to your repertoire, then go down to the description below and I've got a free lesson with 10 different patterns and fills in it, and there's a video to accompany it. It's yours for free. Just go down there, click it, follow the link, download it. It'll get sent right to you. If you want to learn more blast beats and hand techniques, I'm going to put a playlist up right here so you can check that out right now. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Cam Fleury, and I'll see you in the next video. Drum on.